Good Monday morning, everybody, and good morning to Manitowoc if you're watching from there as we take a live look at Lake Michigan this morning. And I think those who are on the lake, Tammy, are going to feel pretty comfortable today. Temperatures in the 70s out there, a little bit warmer inland though. Steve said we can't call it hot though.
I know, right? We were kind of having that debate this morning. Is it not hot enough to call it hot? He said, hey, we're just rolling into June, right? It's June 2nd. So he was kind of giving us a hard time for saying it was hot. I don't know. We could have a high of 85 today.
I think 85 qualifies.
I think I'm going to probably step outside at some point and go, wow, it's hot out here.
Yeah, it's warm. He said it's a dry heat, though, not a lot of humidity, so that'll be hopefully comfortable for people. That's also impacting fire dangers. We're going to have some wildfire smoke as well, kind of rolling in from the wildfires in Canada. So just be aware of that, especially if you or some of your loved ones struggle with breathing when the air quality is not that great. Might have some difficulties out there today. Steve's not going to be joining us for this live stream. He's up working hard preparing for Action 2 News mid-morning, which starts in about a half hour. But we still wanted to jump on here because we always love to talk about your consumer first alerts, kind of dive a little bit deeper into them. And this one was pretty, it hit close to home. One of our producers actually alerted you to it, right. And from you always talk with your scams about, watch out for misspellings in the emails, watch out for kind of weird looking logos, right. All these kind of glaring red flags, but the scammers are getting better and better at this, right?
Yeah, unfortunately, right? So we all really need to pay attention to this. Yeah, so one of our Action 2 News producers came in, Susan came in to work, and she's like, Tammy, I gotta show you this. Look at this. This is a DocuSign email. And when we pulled up the scam email and then a real DocuSign email, I actually had a real DocuSign email in my inbox, and I knew it was a real one.
Able to compare the two.
We were able to compare, and we looked at the logos and everything, and it was so similar. I mean, and I've talked about this before, that basically scammers are doing if you want to call it business hijacking. They are lifting logos, they're lifting language right from their websites and all of this. So it started with a PayPal an email from PayPal, and Susan said, it said fraud investigative department, and then there was a DocuSign email. She got 3 emails in a row, which made it feel urgent. Those logos and everything looked convincing, but the thing that really tipped her off, it was asking her if she did not make a cryptocurrency transaction to open up and click on this DocuSign agreement and sign. And she thought, well, okay, first of all, cryptocurrency. She's like, I didn't do that. And to sign to sign that you didn't do something, she thought that was really odd. So obviously she didn't, open these, click on them or anything. But she said, wow, this really made me stop and think.
She went through the whole, kind of looking through everything, thinking, oh, this could be mine, yeah.
And so, I went right to PayPal, and I've done lots of PayPal scams, so really be alert. If you're getting emails, and a lot of those are pretty common to say things like, there's a transaction going through. Did you make this purchase? And sometimes it's a larger amount. It's, the scammers are getting you to think, oh no, I better check this out. Go to your PayPal account. If you have a PayPal account, that's another thing Susan said. I had PayPal, and I've used DocuSign. She had used DocuSign recently, so she said, I had both of those. So those are the times where you just need to pause, which she did the right thing, pause, thought about it, went to her PayPal account, didn't see any weird transaction or a transaction there for cryptocurrency. But also DocuSign had an alert on their website, so went there right away and checked this out. And starting in February, they said they are aware of an increasing number of phishing scams, emails that are going out. They even said, they're trying to get to the bottom of this. They want you to report this if you get one of these scam emails, because they said there are people that are signing up for DocuSign accounts to be used fraudulently. So people are signing up for those, the scammers are, and then using them to send out to people. So that's why some of these phishing attempts are looking so real in many of these cases. So DocuSign had that on their website. And then to take this one step farther, just as far as business imposters, I talk a lot about this in our Consumer First Alerts, and there was some new reporting that was out from the Federal Trade Commission. I was able to go in and kind of break it down by state and look at Wisconsin, and that is one of the most reported frauds that have happened just in the first quarter of 2025. So if you're saying, wow, I'm getting a lot of these emails, or I'm getting a lot of the text messages that are looking like they're coming from, from UPS, USPS, IRS, or anything like that. Business imposters and government imposters are huge right now. Talked with our head of IT, and he was saying the amount of scam emails that are happening right now, and as you said, Emerson, right at the top, they used to be kind of telltale signs. The typos and things like that. Those are all, it's just not happening anymore. They're looking very convincing. So you really just almost don't want to click on anything in your email. Double
Unless
check,
you're
verify.
expecting it from that
you're
person,
expecting, right? You're expecting a DocuSign email, then you know, but you can even double check with someone. I mean, it doesn't hurt to double check. Person's going to understand, right? I mean, so yeah, don't give up your credentials, your passwords. And so important just to really, really be alert right now.
Especially when we talk about, as AI continues to progress and is utilized more and more for a lot of good it's being used for, but it can be used for bad as well.
Right.
And those scammers have access to it just like all of us do. So just more and more important to keep paying attention and, like you said, just pausing and double checking and making sure that you are taking care of yourself and your family.
Yeah, and in the article, you can look under Consumer First Alerts on our website. There's links within there to PayPal and DocuSign. They want you to forward those so they can just check them out and see if there's a pattern and possibly get to the bottom of it and find out.
Try and stop it from continuing.
I've said this before. These are crimes. This is a crime. This is fraud.
You're victims out there, yes.
So, yeah, so important.
Another cool story that we want to mention, because this is a little abbreviated D&D live stream today. Emily Byer is out there on the Fox River this morning, the Ho Chunk Nation, with this is a hand-carved dugout canoe that is going to be making a trek from right here in Green Bay. It starts, she's going to be live at 9 o'clock. I believe they're planning to get in the water right around 9 this morning. And they're going to be taking a 4-day trip down the river to Milwaukee. And this was really cool to see this morning. And she explained the history behind it. It was awesome.
Yeah, she was out there, and they're just trying to highlight kind of everything that their ancestors have done and to kind of keep that going. And she talked with them as they were getting that the canoe launching.
Watercraft, right?
Yeah, right? And I mean, you could see the carving. And they were talking, Emily was talking with the gentleman about how they started with hand tools, thinking, we're going to do this.
We'll do this the old-fashioned way.
And he said we had kind of no idea how much work that was going to be, but really cool to see that. So she's going to be live on Action 2 News mid-morning
She's
at
very
9.
excited about this story.
Really is.
So you're definitely going to want to tune in for that. Steve will have an update of the First Alert forecast. Tomorrow, Tuesday, is a First Alert weather day due to the potential for some storms that are going to be rolling through. So definitely make sure to tune in for that, all that news and more. Aisha will be there as well with all the latest headlines for your Monday, kicking off the first full week of June. New month, new week. Let's make it a great one, everybody. Taking a live look now at downtown Green Bay on your Monday morning. Thanks so much for joining us. We will see you all tomorrow on Action 2 News this morning, starting at 4:30.